Hey guys, so today I want to show you how to slenderize your face. We're really going to be working on contouring. As you can see, I've already done it. I don't know what that was. But I contoured and I highlighted, as you can see, and I added blush, and this can really add dimension to your face. I've got a very, very round face. I've got a very flat face. And so dimension is really important for me. And I actually contoured my nose as well. I don't do this every day, but when I have time I do it. So yeah, we're just gonna get started. So I'm going to be using my Coastal Scents Contour and Blush Palette. I love this thing. This is very inexpensive. But it comes with 3 highlight colors and 2 blushes and an incredible contour blush. Comes with a contour color, and it's different from a bronzer. A bronzer is going to be more warm. This is definitely a cooler tone. So there's a difference between bronzer and contouring, but sometimes you can combine the two and do the same. That's kind of what I do. But I do like using this color for contouring as much as I can. I know it seems like it's a frightening color, but this actually works great with way lighter skin tones. What is going on with my hair? I just pulled it back. I just pulled it back for this video. I've seen girls use this color way lighter than me, and it works great. So, because it can go off very sheer. So I'm going to use a very, very small fluffy brush. It's just, this is my contouring brush, and it's fluffy and it's small because I'm going to get right in the underneath that cheekbone. So where you're going to want to contour is you're going to want to place it underneath your cheekbone. So if you go, you see that you see that natural shadow? We're going to enhance that shadow and just add contour to that. So I'm just going to swirl my brush on there, tap off, and I'm just going to place the color right in there, and it's underneath my cheekbone. And I'm going to kind of go a little bit more exaggerated than I normally would, just so you can really see it and the camera will pick up. So I'm just kind of placing that color, and then I'm swirling it and buffing it out. You can suck in your cheeks if you need to. But you see how that's already adding dimension? See? There's that shadow. You see that? It's slenderizing my face. Do that on both sides. Just place the color and then buff it out. Then what you're going to want to do is you are going to want to add a little bit more dimension to your forehead, especially if you have a larger forehead. So you're going to start right here, and you're going to bring it up your temples, and you want to do it close to the hairline, but we're going to also stop about right there, right before you get to the middle, and that's where the sun naturally hits, where you would naturally have a tan. So you bring it up there, and that just adds dimension so your forehead's not so flat. Then you're going to take it from there, you're going to go down the jawline, add a little bit of shadow and a little bit down the neck. And then if you're a beginner, you can do the E3 method, and it's just a E3. So that's where you remember where to add shadow or shade or whatever it is. And then to contour the nose, I like to contour my nose whenever I have time because I have a flatter face, of course, and a flatter nose. Flatter. And so I'm going to use the same contour color, and I'm just going to use a small eyeshadow brush. Just going to dab that on there, and you're going to start from your eyebrows and bring it down. Of course, if you do not want to add dimension to your nose, maybe you don't have a small nose like mine that's tiny and flat, then don't do it. Yeah, I'm actually doing a tip right here, sorry. I'm doing a little V. So you contour it and then bring a V. So there you go. It's as simple as that. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to actually add highlight. And I'm going to use a cream color base. This is Max Luna, and it's just a white pearly color. You can use like a shimmery thing, but what I like to do is use a cream color base, and sometimes I set it with a powdered base to set it, or sometimes I just leave it as it is. I'm going to take my finger and warm it up because these are kind of hard. So just warm it up on your finger and just take it on there, and that's a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of tap it, and this is where the sun naturally hits. Right, y'all. See that? See how it's kind of like brightened? Right there. And we're just going to add that glowiness effect and then kind of buff that out. And it's kind of like a C-shaped, almost like a V, U, C, whatever you want to call it. And then I like to do it right underneath the eyes, just whatever's left over. Just brighten that area just a tiny bit and blend it all out. And so you see that little glowiness? That ain't natural. That is just makeup. Another place that you want to add it is down the bridge of your nose. And this is your T-zone, so you want to go down your T-zone and then blend, blend, blend. You don't want to look like a weird zebra on that tip. So you want it really blended. Another place is on your Cupid's bow. Racha! And it just adds a little bit of highlight. Sometimes you could even do this. I have lip gloss on, but you can put it on right here. Of course, these are all optional. And what that does is it just makes you look like you've got fuller lips. Another place that you could add, which I already have it on from my eyeshadow earlier, is you place it on your brow bone. That adds a lot of light, and in your inner corner. And I have that for both of my eyes already. So you could just take that and put it in there. You can use eyeshadow or highlighter or whatever it is you want to use. And if you really want that highlighter to last a lot longer, then use a powder to set it. So I'm just going to use this white one right here on just like a flat paddle brush, and I'm just going to lightly dust it over that just to add, to set that, because you know when you're working with creams they have the tendency to move. So just put that on there. Like so. Okay, so this isn't part of the contouring or the highlighting, but it does add dimension, and that is blush. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use these two colors together. I'm just going to kind of tap it in together and tap it off. So we contoured underneath the cheekbone. We highlighted on top of the cheekbone. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to put the blush on the cheekbone and on the apples of our cheeks. So what I like to do is just kind of place the color, smile, and you kind of want to do it sideways. You don't want to go directly on, because if you do it like that, you're going to look kind of clownish. So do it from the side. Make sure you're really on that cheekbone. You want to place the blush in the right place. And so you see how that's just adding a little bit of color. And you can just do a little bit at a time. You can use a light hand. I'm just using a fluffy blush brush or a powder brush, whatever it is. So just add that color like that. Like so. Smile. And of course, if you put too much on, just go back with your powder brush, like the powder that you use to set your makeup, and just go back over that and blend it really well. Okay, so that's it. You see the contouring on my face. You see, the highlight. As I turn my face, you can see the highlight. You can see the flush of color on my cheeks. You can see the contouring on my face. My face is no longer just flat and rounded. And there really is dimension to my face, and even in my forehead. It's not just one flat color, but you see a little bit of shading, and the people aren't going to notice that that's what you've done. It's just, it really is going to look natural, and that's what it's all about, is just enhancing what naturally hits on your face so that your features stand out more. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks. Bye.